Hi students, how are you? Welcome to our class. Listen children, today onwards we are going to start revision. Okay, so what is our first chapter? Our first chapter is very good, integers. Okay, right. Do you know how to form integers? Integers, do you know integers? Very good. Integers forms the collection of whole numbers and the negative numbers. Okay, collection of whole numbers. What are the whole numbers? Okay, what are the whole numbers? Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. These all are whole numbers. What about this one? Yes, these all are natural numbers. Natural numbers. Natural numbers are nothing but counting numbers. Counting numbers. So, here the natural numbers are counting numbers. It started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So, up to infinity we can write. But including 0 with natural numbers, it forms a whole numbers. It forms whole numbers. Very good. Natural numbers are used to count the numbers, and 0 along with the natural numbers are called whole numbers. We know that for every direction having the negative direction, positive having negatives. What is the negative direction? So that means what is the opposite direction for the south? What is the opposite direction for the south? First you have to know the directions, north, east, west, north, south. So what is the opposite direction for the south? North. Like that, what is the opposite for the plus? Minus. Okay, na? Plus 1 opposite is minus 1. Very good. Now, here you have to know integers. Integers means the collection of whole numbers. Collection of whole numbers and their negative numbers. What is the negative for plus 1? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6 and so on. Observe here, for plus 1 it is having minus, plus 2 minus 2, plus 3 minus 3, plus 4 minus 4. So that means here these all are forms the integers. Here observe 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. These numbers are called whole numbers. Whole numbers. And these all are negative numbers. Negative numbers. These all are from integers. Once again tell me the definition of integers. Integers forms the collection of whole numbers and their negative numbers are called integers. Okay, here especially these integers are classified into two types. So that means 0 right side integers are called positive integers. 0 right side integers are positive integers and 0 left side integers are called negative integers. Negative integers. Right. What about 0? 0 is neither positive nor negative. Neither positive nor negative. Okay na? So 0 right side integers are called positive integers. 0 left side integers are called negative integers. Then what about 0? 0 is neither positive nor negative. Right. Okay. How to compare these integers? integers. How to compare these integers? Which is the for comparison? Which symbols you are using? Yes, less than, greater than, or equal. Okay, so equal. So 0 and 1. 0 and 1. Which is greater? Yes, 0 is lesser and 1 is greater. And what about -1, -2? -1, -2. Which is greater? -1 is greater than -2. -2. Suppose if 5 and 5, which is greater? Can you say this one? So both are equal. For that purpose we are using equal sign. Less than means you have to use this symbol. Greater than means this symbol you have to use. So here you have to observe carefully. 0 right side integers are positive integers. That means here 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That means values or integers are increasing. Okay, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So here, if you observe carefully, how much value is increasing here? Very good. So that is how much? 1. 0 to 1. 1 is increased here. Here 1 to 2, again 1. So that means for every integer after value is increasing, that means 1 is going to adding here. So that means if you add 1 to the given integer, so it gives 2, that is a successor. If you add a +1 to the given integer, you will get its successor. Observe from 0 left side, values are increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. Value is decreasing here. So -1 to -2. So this -1 is greater than -2. Here, if you add here -1, so that is 0. Okay. So if you observe what I said here, 0 left side values are decreasing. So decreasing means if you subtract 1 from the given integer, if you subtract 1 from given integer, you will get its predecessor. So that is -1. -1. Both gives -2. This is called predecessor and it's a successor. Okay na children? Right. And one more thing, what you have learned? Yes. How to add, how to subtract integers on the number line. Before that, I am going to representing integers on the number line. So this is a line and represent the integers. Integers means it forms the whole numbers and their negative numbers. 0 right side are positive integers. So that is give up to, okay, right, 6 here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Okay, remember here, if you add two integers, okay, if you add two integers, so if plus is means you have to move right side, if minus is there, move left side. Remember, if you add two integers, you have to move right side. Okay, if you add two integers, you have to move right side. So let's take examples. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3. So we have to start from at 2. So plus 3 is here. Plus 3 we have to add plus 3. Plus means what I say? Move right side. How many steps we have to move right? Very good. 3 steps from 2. So that is 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that means here if in the adding purpose you are going to move which direction here? Very good. So that is right direction. Okay na? Suppose if you subtract two integers 2 minus 3. Okay, if you subtract two integers, that is 2 minus 3. How to do this operation on the number line? Very good. So same, we have to move from 2 to minus 3. Minus means move left side. How many steps? 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. So your answer is minus 1. Minus 1. Okay. Suppose if you add two negative integers. Two negative integers. Two negative integers means what you will get? You will get, so same procedure ma. So minus 2 you have to start at the minus 2 and 3 steps you have to move left side. 1, 2, 3. Minus 5. Minus 5. Very good. Okay children, here only the thing is, if you add two positive integers, what you got here? You got a positive integer. Positive integer. If you add two negative integers, you got negative integer. Negative integer. Suppose if one positive integer and one negative integer, 2 minus 7 is equal to 2 is a positive integer, minus 7 is a negative integer. If you add these two integers, you will get which type of integers? Which type of integers here? Listen, 2 plus into minus, minus 7. So remember, if we add one positive and one negative integer, first step is you have to subtract two integers. Okay, and next finally we have to give the sign which integer is bigger, so that integer takes which sign. That sign you should keep in front of the subtracted integer. Right, 2 minus 7. So first subtract. So don't consider the sign first ma. Don't consider the sign. So 2 minus 7. You know that. So that is 5. But here in front of 7, which sign is there? Minus. So 7 is greater than 2. Okay. So but here 7 in front, which sign is there? Minus is there. So that's why you have to keep negative. Minus 5. Okay now children, if you add two positive integer, you will get positive integer. If you add two negative integers, you will get negative integer. If you add one positive integer and one negative integer, so you have to do first subtraction and next to place. So which integer is greater? That integer contains which sign? That one you have to give to the obtained integer. Okay now children, suppose and next if you subtract a positive integer, take 2 minus 3, 2 positive integer and minus 3 is a negative integer. If you subtract a, what I said, if you subtract a positive integer, subtract means here 2 minus 3, 2 minus 3. So you got here minus 1. How to do this one? Using number line. How to do this one using the number line? 2 minus 3. First you have to start at the 2. And minus 3 is here. Minus 3 means you have to move compulsory left side. So left side means 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. So remember here, if you subtract one positive integer, you have to move left side. If you subtract one negative integer, you have to simply say, if you subtract one positive integer, you have to move left to side. If you subtract a negative integer using the number line, so which side you have to move? See, first 2 minus of minus 3. Minus 3. So simplify this one. 2. 2 minus into minus plus 3. So you got here 5 without using. With using number line, how to do this one? So same here you have to start at 2 and here plus 3. So that means you have to move right side 3 steps. So you got 5. So here if you subtract one positive integer, you have to move left side. If you subtract one negative integer, you have to move which side? Right side. Okay na children? Very good. Right. So up to now we have seen what is mean by integer and what are the types of integers we have learnt. Very good. Next topic is properties of integers. Properties of integers. So here we know four. How many arithmetic operations? Four arithmetic operations. What are they? So plus, minus, into, division. Under these operations, you have some properties. One is closure property, and one more is very good commutative property, and next associative property and associative property. Listen here. So under the first take addition. Now addition one by one we will discuss. Properties of integers. First closure property. Closure property under addition or not. So what is meant by closure property? If you take any two integers, the sum of two integers gives integer or not. Okay. So take two integers 2 plus 3. So here we are doing addition one. Under additions, these properties are applicable, satisfies or not. We are checking now. So if any integers, that is a and b are two integers, a plus b is also an integer. Check 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is a 5. 5 is a positive integer or negative? 5 is a positive. Okay. So we have positive integers and negative integers. That means 5 is a positive integer. Right. That means under addition closure property is satisfied. What about commutative law? For any integers a and for any integer to any two integers a plus b is equal to b plus a. So both left hand side, right hand side, both values are equal. Then only we can say the commutative property is under addition. Let us check. Take two integers 3 and 5. Sum of these two integers gives 8. And right hand side also check. 5 plus 3. It is also giving. Yes, 8. That means under addition, commutative law is applicable or not? Very good. And what about associative property? Associative property means if any three integers, so that is a, b, c or any three integers, then a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So first of all, we have to add one integer to the sum of two integers. Now I am taking here 1, 2, 3. Three integers. So what is it? One integer. A is 1 and you have to add this integer to the remaining sum of two integers. That is 2 plus 3 is equal to again 1. Sorry. A plus b plus c. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now do 1 plus 2 plus 3, 5. is equal to 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So observe here, if you add one integer to the sum of remaining two integers, that is a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So under addition, associative property is applicable or not? Yes, very good. So under addition, commutative law is under addition. Okay, next closure property and associative property also. Right. Okay, what is mean by additive inverse? Additive inverse means additive inverse is nothing but reverse. What is the opposite of addition? Subtraction. What is the additive inverse of minus 1? Additive inverse of minus 1? Yes, that is plus 1. Okay, additive inverse. Additive inverse, that means additional inverse. Okay, so what is the additive inverse of minus 2? Yes, that is plus 2. Okay, now children, next you have learned additive identity. Additive identity. For any integer, a plus, for any integer, a is an integer. A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a. Both are equal to a only. So, do you know the identity? So, unique identification. So, these words you know very well. Where you have seen this one? In your Aadhaar card. So, your face will come exactly in the Aadhaar card or not? Yes, like that here a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. So, that means if you add 0 to any integer, you will get the same integer. So, that is called additive identity. Is it clear, children? Right. And next, we are learning about the properties of subtraction. So, under the subtraction, same properties we are going to apply now. Closure property and next, commutative, associative property. Right, children? Closure property. Closure property means for any two integers, a minus b. Okay, a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Take two integers, 5 and 3. So 5 and 3, subtract 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So 2 is an integer? Yes, 2 is an integer. So that means under subtraction, closure property is applicable. And what about the commutative law? A and b are any two integers, a minus b is equal to b minus a. Both should equal. We have to show that one. Is it applicable or not? Take these two integers, 5 minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 minus 5 minus 2. So, are these 2 and minus 2 both are equal? No. So, both LHS and RHS are not equal. So, that's why under subtraction, commutative property is not applicable. Same way, associative, a minus b minus c is equal to a minus b minus c. Same integers you can take 5 minus 3. So take here c value 1. Okay, 1. Substitute here 5 minus 3 minus 1. Now simplify. 5 minus 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 3, 2 minus 1. 5 minus 2 gives 3 is equal to 2 minus 1, 1. Now 3 and 1 both are equal? No, not equal. Now we have to know under subtraction, closure property is applicable and commutative and associative law are not under subtraction. Okay, now children. So remaining next, under multiplication, these properties are applicable. Under division, these properties are applicable or not. In the next class, we will learn. Okay, children? Bye.